So we've talked about the results, some of the chaos. Now it's time to rate this race above or below the yellow line, presented by Happy Hour Racing. This race was definitely better than last spring. Let me tell you, I about fell asleep during the race last spring. It just was not compelling. We did not have the right tire. Quite frankly, it was a snooze fest. This race, it was a little messy, but it was not a snooze fest in my opinion. I love the tire that they brought in November, and that's the same tire that Goodyear and NASCAR brought to the track today. It was compelling, and yes, we did have some short runs in the start of the race, towards the first half of the race, where we didn't really get to see tire strategy totally play out. These teams could take two tires and it would mean nothing. But once we get into those long green flag runs, we saw that a two-tire strategy just was not gonna cut it. So definitely seeing the tire actually matter here, again, for the most part, was great. I thought overall it did help the product. I thought we had great battles for the lead overall. Of course, towards the end of the race, Denny Hamlin kind of ran away with it. But nevertheless, I think the tire really did help the product. I'm going to give this race probably, I hate to give it another 70%. You know, maybe I go 68%. 68%, definitely above the yellow line. I do think there is still some work to do here at Martinsville, but it ultimately was not an awful race. I've heard from some of you online saying it was boring, not compelling. Some of you were like, okay, step in the right direction. I agree. It's a step in the right direction for short track racing. Ultimately, I think, again, we've been spoiled with fantastic products from the NASCAR races this year. So when you compare this to the other races we've had so far in 2025, it's going to rank a little lower on the scale, but nonetheless, a fantastic race from Martinsville.